YouTube, what I do to Down Home News TV. I am Dre. Continuing the coverage of the assassination attempt on former President Trump. This video came across my timeline. I never heard of this person before, the Tim Dillon Show, but I've heard of his guest on the show today. And before y'all get all wound up about who his special guest is, let's take a step back. This is for educational purposes only. And here on my channel, my philosophy about life is you have to get an understanding of all opinions, speculations of certain situations, and form your own conclusion, which more than likely, the more information you obtain, you'll have a better understanding of the situation and form, I would like to say, your better conclusion on the subject. So, before we get into this, I know some people might be like, oh my gosh, he's one of those type of people. But hear the man out. Let him speak. YouTube, don't block me, please. I'm just a man trying to learn. And let's see what Mr. Tim Dillon's special guest has to say about the situation that happened Saturday.
Alex Jones is with us. He's the only guy that I could really think of that I wanted to talk to about this and what's going on.
And that's you and I coming out the fact that we've been married for 10 years.
We've been married for 10 years and we get all the state benefits that come with it. What do you think this is a weird time in our country. You've been saying and warning people about stuff like this. Whatever happened, you've been saying there's going to be violence in this election.
Yeah, I mean, I joked around. You're one of my favorite comedians. I love you.
Thank you.
I watch your show every week. So is my wife. So is the crew. We love you, Tim. We love your crew. I just want to be 100% clear, okay? Yeah. I'm not trying to be dramatic here on air. I am literally telling you what I believe is going on. And so here's the bottom line. Everybody's getting into grassy knoll and shots and ballistics and trajectory. The Secret Service, even if he only has 20 people, because Biden cut it down to nothing, he wouldn't give RFK Jr., whose father and uncle were both murdered by the government, any Secret Service. So that's by default serious negligence going on, deliberate negligence to get him killed. So Trump's got 20 Secret Service. Doesn't matter. All the local police work for them and want to work for Trump. So they were told by the advance team, this has come out, not to be on the roofs of 4 buildings 450 feet away that a Boy Scout, a 10-year-old could make that shot, okay? So there was a default stand down, just like in 63 in Dallas. And Kennedy said, I'm pulling out 100,000 troops a month. In 4 months, the 400,000 troops that were in Vietnam are going to be gone. Trump said, I'm going to end this war. I'm going to cut off funding the Ukraine war. And so Biden's really collapsed. And then they don't put anybody on the roof, which again is the number one place you go, and the number one place. I mean, if out to a half mile, if there's water towers where a president or a top candidate speaking, they go and put people on the water tower because that's a place to take a shot. 450 feet away, literally a 10-year-old can hit bullseye at 450 feet. Okay, I've shot mountain goats at 1,200 yards. Most people can't shoot like that, but we're talking 450 feet. But the round that the guy fired was so lightweight, a little bit of wind can blow it. Cold bore, it can always shoot a little bit to the left. But the point is, it was 1/2 inch away from hitting Trump right in the temple and killing him, shot right through his ear, right here. And so that's one issue. This was not a mistake. This was not a screw up. This was premeditated. But yes, I've been on air like a parrot saying they're going to kill Trump or try to kill him. And when they kill him or try to kill him, all hell's going to break loose. So I want to be 100% clear. Now the deep state set this up, brought in the shooter, protected him, put him up there. That's all 100% fact. Don't be naive. People debate that stuff all day. The default is put people on rooftops within a half mile. This is 450 feet away. This is preposterous. This was the default set position. Like this is like putting salt water in your gas tank or not putting gas in your car. You have the newborn baby, you throw it in the pool. It's not a mistake. It's done on purpose. The low-level Secret Service, it's not their fault. They followed orders. No one is on 4 rooftops, 450 feet away.
Who is giving that order? Who is telling them don't be on the rooftops, do you think? If you had to guess.
We know that,
right.
We know.
Okay.
That is the senior advanced team of the Secret Service.
And that is that there's a name.
So the senior
this woman, I forget her name. She's testifying. The Republicans have just called her to testify in front of Congress. I forget her name, but she is the head of the Secret Service. Do you know her name, Alex? I'm forgetting her name.
Yeah, it's another one of these diversity hires. So
right.
we saw a bunch of women with guns didn't protect Trump, but
right.
It's beyond that. The number one thing, if you study the Secret Service, this is all well known. It's in all the Secret Service movies, but it's the default. Any rooftops within a half mile you clear and you have people on top of them. It doesn't matter that you have enough Secret Service. You put cops on top of the roofs that nobody can do that. Instead, about 2 minutes before Trump gets shot in the ear, there's video of this. It's all over X. They clear everybody out from behind Trump as they hear dozens of witnesses have been on the news that said there's a guy with a gun on the building.
Right,
so
I
they
saw
run
it.
around for minutes going, yeah. There's a guy, exactly. There's a guy on the roof with a gun, and they sit there and fumble and watch, but the local SWAT teams waited, and they're on their radios with their guns trained on him, and they're like not told to take the shot. So there wasn't just a stand down, not putting people on top of buildings, which is the first thing you do. That's where the shots come from, not up close in every case, 95% of the time. They then have got, it's all on video, the shooter, as he's up there with a rifle, crawling around and getting in a front position, and they're told to stand down for about 2 minutes. So we're talking about 120 seconds. This is like a lifetime. Because in real situations, you got a shooter, you got a guy with a gun, you blast him. So everybody having a debate about hearings and why this happened, that's all a distraction. So moving on from that. Trump beat all the fake impeachments. He beat the Russiagate. He beat the fake civil cases. He got found guilty, but nobody bought it. They were popular. He got convicted in the New York show trial. That gave him an extra 10 points. In real national scientific polls that are being conducted, and I've talked to the Republican Party that's doing these, Trump's about 25 points ahead nationwide. In mainstream news, they say 15 points. In battleground states, he's 10 to 15 points ahead. With dead people out of district, that's not enough. Maybe they can steal a 5-point lead. You can't steal a 10-point lead. You can't steal a 15-point lead. So even in New York, he's now in play. Places like Michigan, 10 points ahead. Pennsylvania, 10 points ahead. Georgia, 15 points ahead. Arizona, 15 points ahead. They can't steal that. So they're in total collapse. They're trying to remove Biden. So you change the subject by killing Trump, and then who is the nominee 1 week before he goes to Milwaukee, Wisconsin for the RNC. So now that they
commercial, I was about to leave it at that, but we'll continue on for a little
they
longer.
shot at the king and missed, and he's even more popular and they're more desperate. As I said 3 years ago, as Tucker said years ago, as I've said on air, and as I've personally told Trump, I'll leave it at that. I said, sir, 6 months ago, I said, you are on a trajectory where you've beaten all this. The next thing is assassination. That's why he has the Secret Service. To act like that isn't an issue. Remember, Forbes was saying last night, there was an incident, a backfire of a car or something. They were, shut that down, guys. So they are literally trying to sell you that none of this happened, that there wasn't even assassination. They tried that for like 6-7 hours yesterday, showing you how incredibly disgusting all this is and how the fix is in. So I told you literally like a parrot on methamphetamine what was going to happen in the last couple of years. Now let me tell you the rest of the moves the deep state has.
Please.
He's trying to pull the troops out. Thank you. He's trying to pull the troops out of Ukraine. The U.S. funds 83% of the funding that's public. Trump, people say, oh, Trump can't kill this. He can't stop this. The hell he can't. He's the commander in chief. So Kennedy tried to pull out the troops. He pulled out 100,000 and he was dead a month later in 63. So here's what the deep state needs to do. Everybody's against him. The whole world's waking up to him. They want to kill, I'll be very slow here. They want to kill Trump now even more because this just gave him 20 points. He's not, all these Democrats that are now voting Trump, he's not going to win by 10 points. He's going to win by 30 points. This is a major political realignment. He got shot in the side of the head, perfect hole right through his ear, quarter-inch over, right in the temple. This is so epic. So what is the deep state going to do? I study clandestine operations. I study all this stuff. I had a lot of family worked in this, and I'm not talking about pencil-pushing areas of government. I'm talking about overthrow of government people, okay? And they told me all this stuff when I was a kid. So here's what's going to go down. They got the deep state has truck bombs loaded in Florida. They have truck bombs.
I'm not going to go any further into this, but if y'all would like to watch the full video, it is the Tim Dillon Show. I'm going to be checking you out some more, Mr. Dillon. But, yeah, my first thought when I actually saw the layout of the rally, how they had empty buildings. I think it was like maybe 2 empty buildings with nobody guarding it. I was like, I'm not even any type of security specialist, but I was like, that's kind of weird. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about this, y'all. It's crazy. It's getting crazy. It is getting crazy and wild. Down Home News TV. I am Dre.